the most fulfilling thing for me.
Yeah.
And it's hard to explain it in words, but just really adds so much value to all the things that I went through, all the things that I suffered through.
Welcome back. I'm Tim Charles. This is the Hey Dad podcast. And listen, episode 2 was incredible. I'm here with my brother, my friend, Daryl Tucker, and we're going to continue the conversation because we got up to a point of what does a dad mean to him? And he was telling us about not ever aspiring to be a father. However, now he is a father, and the marriage that he was in is not working out the way he hoped. But now he's a dad.
Yeah.
So what's next? How do we recover? How do we respond now that you're in a position that you never thought you'll be in, never aspired to be in, but now that you're in it? Is it a moment of clarity for you that being a dad is for me?
Yes. So my daughter, Zoe, was in the NICU she had to be 4 months before we could bring her home. 4 pounds.
And she was 1 pound?
She was 1 pound. So she was in there for about 3.5. So we brought her home in April. So it was about 4 months, maybe just under 4 months.
So a lot of hospital visits, going back
hospital visits,
visiting, making sure everything is happening.
I was in there. I found out where they stored the diapers. I would be taking them diapers. Because you couldn't find preemie diapers. They didn't sell them in the stores,
at
bro.
1 pound, 2 pounds, man.
So I found out they had the storage room,
napkin,
and I was stealing them diapers. Yeah, so when she came home, I really thought, that, hey, we got this baby, so we got to stay together.
Oh, wow.
So in my mind, I'm like, because I've never seen that. I've never seen.
No,
I've never
seen
that.
That's
I've heard people separate.
That's the conversation is it possible to be what you've never seen?
Man,
many of us, man.
Yeah.
I think if we take some real thought about that, you're living a life you probably never seen before.
Yeah, facts. I've never seen that. I've never, up until this point, I don't know any of my aunts, uncles. Nobody separated. Nobody divorced. Nobody had baby daddy stuff.
So now you're connecting dad to family.
Yes. So here's another transition. Here's another moment where I'm in this space that's new, never seen before. But one thing I did know, I knew how to step up.
Step up.
So I knew, and what step up for me was just, hey, take a licking and keep on ticking.
I got to do what I have to do.
What I got to do.
I have a responsibility.
Yes.
I have an accountability.
Yes.
I have expectations. I know what some of them are. So let me do what I know to do and step up.
Yep.
Okay.
So I tapped into the dad part as much as I, could in this situation, and became so much of that, and this is at 48 years old. This is 18 years later.
Wow.
So it just turned 18. And so I was, hey, I'm finna ride this dad thing out.
Okay.
But I also ignored the issues in the marriage and never responded to that. Never.
Wow. So was it a trade-off? It was just a matter of...
It was a matter of priority for me.
And being a dad took priority over being a husband.
She was a preemie. I knew I had to be present. I knew I had to continue to work hard, and now the protection game goes up. And it got to the point to where, if I could be honest, it was the hell with the marriage.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to do what I have to do here.
Yeah.
And if there's a casualty, then so be it.
Yeah.
Wow.
What I didn't expect, and one of the things you told me years ago, being a mentee of yours, you said that when people make choices, they forget that the people that those choices affect can make choices too.
Yeah.
So I made that choice without saying anything. I literally remember saying to my ex-wife, I said, at least just stay together for the baby.
Yeah.
And if the chips don't fall in the favor of us staying married, at least we can say we tried. But let's just stay together for the baby.
So something was there that said, I want my baby to have what I didn't have.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I want my baby to have a mother and a father
In the house.
in the house, to be present.
Yeah.
That idea of being something you never seen.
Yeah.
I am a prodigy of that as well. My father and mother divorced when I was around 8 or 9. And in many cases, that does feel like a loss.
Yeah.
That feels like a death, like you're
It's
grieving.
yeah. It really is.
I grieved for years,
Yeah.
not having my father present,
Yeah.
alive, but not present.
Wow.
I grieved for years until I got to a point where I had some emotional intelligence and understanding that who I am today does not have to be completely based on what happened to me.
Right.
That at some point I can take the reins and become something different. So this ideology of let's just stay together at least for the baby. Was there any hopes that could spark us being together
Yep.
for each other?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because I never seen divorce head on. So I didn't want that,
Right.
but I didn't know how to, in this crisis that was going on with having a preemie. And, a healthy child takes all the attention anyway.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
And so to add the preemie factor onto it, on top of the stuff that was going on, I didn't know how to rightly divide or to, put things in proper perspective. Everything was about Zoe. Everything.
Is that a connection to your father passing and not really having that dad to kind of teach you some of those things or not being able to see it, do you think?
Absolutely. I mean, my mother never remarried, and she could have. She sacrificed her own happiness. For one, she told us that no other man could be as good as my dad, number one. Number two, she wouldn't have been able to forgive herself if she married somebody and they touched one of us.
So there was that safety protection piece that was always in question, that I don't know if I can trust somebody around my kids like that.
Yeah.
Or my daughters.
Yeah. And finding out later in life that my family, those parts of my family was plagued with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Generationally, right? So there's this idea of saying, hey,
and that
ain't
can
no
be
other.
a whole
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right?
On how those generational decisions that adults made, and I'm calling them decisions.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Yeah, I hate when people only say curses.
Yeah, they this
all
idea.
Of it ain't, it's not just curses.
Yeah, I'm calling them decisions for a reason, because the word, to me, curses almost feel like I don't have any control.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
It's happening to me.
Or it's the devil.
Or it's the devil, or I can't stop it. It's a curse. What am I supposed to do with a curse? I didn't put this on. No, you can make a decision.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other episode, man. We can definitely get into that.
And so my decision, to your point, was to do whatever it took to stay in her life.
Yeah.
But there was no decision made to save the marriage. And so with that decision, or the lack of decision, my ex-wife, she made a decision.
Yeah.
Her decision was to leave.
Yeah.
And what goes with her is Zoe.
Whoa.
So at 7 months old, this was the moment. When I say clicked, this was the moment when I felt like part of my purpose in life is to be her dad. And it's been taken from me.
So, no aspiration. I'm going to do what I have to do for my baby. To hell with the marriage. And if that's the case, then so be it. Not connecting that the marriage could also mean not having my child near me.
I never thought she would
close to
leave.
me.
Never thought she would leave. I provided a good life for her.
Sure. Well, what you call a good life.
But I feel like, yeah, now I know wasn't as good as I thought it was. But I built a brand new house. She drove very fine vehicles.
Yeah.
The vacation and money thing.
Yeah.
I had that. I had those things down packed.
Yeah.
What I didn't have, I knew how to serve in church. And I watched my brother-in-law serve God in church, but I never had a relationship with the God of church. And so that part of my relationship was completely missing.
Yeah.
And so I never tapped into that.
Yeah. And in many ways, your wife being, when our wives can see us serving others and don't feel like they're being served,
Yeah.
It's like serving others becomes a weapon
Yeah.
that you're continually use to hurt me.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing you do something that you have the ability to do that I'm not experiencing.
You don't do to me or for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure again that her experience was what it was, and I'm sure she have a different perspective on all of this, but the day I remember I drove her to the airport, me and my mom, and she moved to be with a cousin. And there was a part of me that knew, I said, she's gonna come back. She's just going for, to get some, fresh air or whatever.
Yeah.
Never thought it was forever. And that was the last time I lived with my daughter.
That was the last time you saw her, and she was 7 months old.
She was 7 months old, September of 2007.
How did that impact your ideology of being a dad now? Because prior to that, it was, I'm gonna step up and do what I have to do. Yeah. But now my daughter isn't present. She's gone.
Yeah.
And her mother has moved her away to another city or another state, just away from you.
Yeah.
What did that do to your ideology of what it means to be a dad and that definition that you had in your head?
I yearned for it. It became something that I wanted more than anything.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
To go from one extreme to now this, it was the thing that I said to myself that I'll do whatever it takes to be a dad.
Okay. So in many ways, I'm gonna put this in one word that dads, I want you to understand, and children of fathers, children who had fathers. Sometimes as a father and as a dad, we're heartbroken.
Man.
We are heartbroken, and we don't always have an outlet for that level of vulnerability and the level of heartbreak. Where do the tears go? Where do those feelings go? What do they look like? We are heartbroken. Some of us have just been heartbroken. We just had no place for that emotion to go.
Yeah. I literally remember some of the most craziest moments of my life after that. I remember driving home from the airport. Actually, when I walked into the airport, and before I knew it, I was on my knees begging her to stay.
At the airport?
At the airport. I'm at O'Hare Airport. I literally was on my knees.
You're outside in public.
In public.
Grown man. Your mama present.
My mama's present.
In front of your mama.
From my mama. And I'm looking at my daughter in the stroller, about to get on the plane. And of course she don't know what's going on. She's a kid. So, infant. And I just looked at her, I said, you don't have to do this. Don't go. And
begging for her to stay.
I knew it wasn't about her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I knew I couldn't have Zoe without her.
Got it.
And so, like I said, I was willing to do anything. And the realization of her leaving hit me once I got back home to this empty house that I built for her mother, for my ex, that I built for the potential of a family. Zoe's room was decorated. She had baby furniture in the room.
So now you're in this big house,
bruh,
alone, no family,
no daughter.
Are you still a dad?
It didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Which is why I would go where she lived at the time. I would go there all the time because I would get there and I would get this dad high.
You that yearning of
it was the greatest feeling to not to just hear her crying on the phone, or when I would walk into a room after being gone for 2 or 3 weeks or whatever, and she would recognize my face.
And what did that do to you?
It was a dad high.
It was a dad high.
And she got to a point where she would reach for me. And, oh my God, it was the most incredible feeling.
It changes the game, people.
And what nobody knows, I think I've shared this with a few people, but I was very close to moving where they were.
Yeah.
because it was a high.
Yeah.
It really was.
And it was something you yearned for, something you wanted to feel again.
Yeah.
It gave you purpose.
Yeah, it gave me purpose.
I'm a dad.
I'm really him.
And I'm that person because of this person.
Yes.
And that's something I want to be now.
Yes. And I was so game for it. I mean, literally, I would leave church on Sundays. I wouldn't tell nobody I was flying out.
Yeah.
Go to the air. Back then, that's when you could pay for tickets cash.
Yeah.
You go right up to the gate.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready to go.
I need to go to such and such, and you just give some money and then you get a plane. And so
Point you to the gate.
I was doing it all the time. And I would come back, nobody would know I was gone. I wouldn't tell my mom, nobody.
Just go.
And so I was just going, I was doing it. And as time went on, of course, the idea of, okay, this is going to be my new life. She's not coming back. She did ask to come back at one point. But at that point, I think my heart had grown a little more bitter towards her.
Yeah.
And so that became a no-no.
Yeah.
And I knew I can do this long distance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, this is cool. Like
I'm starting working to a pattern, a rhythm of my dad high.
Yeah, yeah. And so
getting
cool
what I
with it.
needed when I need it, because I'm in control of that.
Yep.
You can go get it whenever you want. Mm-hmm. I can be this dad, and if I'm yearning for it, I know what to do. I'm out.
Yep.
I'm going to see my baby.
Yep. That was the thing. It became my new norm. And so I did that for years up until, of course, we ended up divorcing. And
at some point you remarried.
I remarried. And so to get to the original question about the potential resistance of being allowed to be a dad, or I remarried shortly after my divorce. We went through back and forth separation. Serve me, you serve me, I'll serve you. That stuff. And being long distance, it made the divorce go longer. But I eventually got remarried, and she had children. My wife had 2 children. And so Zoe's about 3 at this point. And so I'm like, okay, here's another opportunity to be a hands-on dad.
So did it have the same feeling right away? Because now you're coming in,
bro,
as are we still saying stepdad? Or
we never did. We said bonus dad.
Bonus dad. Yeah. Or
the other dad. When I decided when I wanted to get married again.
Yeah.
The prerequisite was the woman had to have a child or children.
Okay, wait. So that's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
And it was largely due to the fact that.
So you wanted to remarry, and you wanted your future wife to have children.
Yeah.
That desire to be a dad was strong, man.
Yeah. It shaped my decision.
All right, let me tell you how special that is. I only know one person who ever said, I'm going to remarry and I want that woman to have children, and is connected to this position of being a dad. That person is named Daryl Tucker. And he's present. I've never known another man to say that.
What a lot of women didn't know that I dated,
so
they were on interviews. I would monitor how they parented their child or children.
So having children was one of the highest requirements. It was. I see you. You're beautiful. Do you have any children?
Yeah, it was.
I don't have any babies. Okay, thank you for meeting. Nice meeting you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was. You had to be a mother, and being a mother, you had to be a good one. From the standpoint of understanding, I thought my mother was an excellent mother, and the mothers, my aunts, and so on and so forth. And so I paid attention to certain things. If you would leave your child to be with me, that bothered me.
Yeah.
If you would leave your child for 2 or 3 days because you want to hang out with me, that bothered me.
Yeah.
And so, and again, all through this course, I would get Zoe.
That's a heck of an interview process.
In lumps. She would be with me for lumps. I would go down there and fly her back. She would, and so I was very careful to have women around my daughter, but I wanted there to be some level of maternal, like instinct, like something there.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to see how you would allow me to be in their lives as a parent,
yeah,
as a dad. your relationship with your exes. I like that stuff I was paying attention to.
Yeah.
And I remember when me and my wife had known each other throughout the course of the tail end of my marriage until we eventually started dating and got married. And so one of the most attractive things about her to me was how she mothered.
Wow.
And it was because, and I saw how she treated their fathers.
Yeah. So here's a message for the mothers.
Yeah.
You don't have to try to be something you're not.
Yeah.
There are some men that are out there looking for you to be exactly who you are.
Yeah.
Be an incredible mother.
Just be a mother.
Be an incredible nurturer. Be who you are and unapologetically.
Yeah.
Somebody's paying attention and wants you just for that.
Yeah. Like if you, I don't know this statistic to the T, but there's a statistic that shows that men who don't have children are quicker to marry women with children than women without.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Because there's an instinct that most men that are looking for that's connected to being nurturers and being maternal that you don't know until you have children with somebody who don't have children.
Yeah.
And so I saw that in her, and she unfairly, I became extremely like brutally honest through this process. And so I would say things like, if it wasn't for them kids, I probably wouldn't be with you.
There's the truth, though. That was the truth of your requirement. But at the same time,
her reception of that is like, so
you didn't want me in the first
want
place.
me?
You just wanted my kids. You wanted a family.
yeah. And the truth of the matter is, it was all encompassing.
Yeah,
But
it was inclusive for sure.
yes, definitely inclusive. And my two bonus children became a part of me in a way that I couldn't see life without them.
Yeah.
Moving forward. And so,
That's a huge thing, man. I put step parents and men and women who marry into families. Y'all right under saints and nurses and teachers.
listen, it takes,
being a parent to a child that's not your seed.
oh my God, it takes
loving them
takes
unconditionally.
a special grace and anointing
Man, that's different.
from God to do it. And again, I've seen the worst of the worst. Being
Yeah.
a barber for almost 30 years, I've seen the worst.
Yeah.
But when it's good, it's good. And when you have someone who is focused or focuses on the same thing you focus on in regards to making sure that the home is conducive. Like one of the things that I admired most about my wife is that I never saw her talk bad to her children about their fathers. And them jokers wasn't always sweet.
But she honored them.
I mean,
for the children's sake.
to make sure that they had a healthy view of their father.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody thought. I
Yeah.
was around. And I saw it. I saw when especially after we got married, when our children were younger, I saw her go to the school and put their name on there as the other parent. And make sure that
Whether they were coming or not, or wanted to be there or not.
She would make sure that they got the report cards and all the info mailed. She went above and beyond. Like when I say she was she was a bomb baby mama.
Yeah.
Like she was a bomb baby mama. And so all of that was so impressive to me.
Yeah. It matters, man.
Yeah, it matters. And to see her sacrifice for her children, and our son, was really big into music then and was an artist. And I would see how she would manage him, and she came off her job to make sure she wasn't just shipping him off and allowing a situation to happen in the studios and all these kind of things. She was present.
So the idea of a woman with children and she loving who she is was sexy.
Oh man, it became a requirement. All while I am daddying and parenting long distance, and I have these two worlds now colliding. And to see her diligently be patient with like her children, like when they moved in with me, because they moved into my place, she had a conversation with them. Like, listen, now we going to live with. They used to call me BD, bonus dad, and his rules are the rules now. So what all the rules mama had in her house, they don't apply. I mean, she literally set the stage.
Yeah.
And I didn't have, like, when I tell you, and I always tease them, I always tell my kids, especially my bonus daughter, who was 27 years old now.
Wow.
I tell her, thank you for letting me practice being a daddy on you.
Okay, so that is so big because there is this mindset as if we know what we're doing all the time.
Oh my God.
They don't, people don't know how often dads are just faking the funk. We winging it, and we making sure everybody around us feel as safe, as protected, as if we've done this before.
Yeah.
We know exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
But we are just trying to figure it out.
Rolling the dice, hoping it hits.
Blueprint or not.
Yeah.
You know, whether you had some idea on how to handle situations, we're figuring this thing out all the way through. So let me ask, what did that do to your identity as a dad? Now that you have a daughter, you married again, and you have 2 bonus children, how did that fulfill this aspiration now that you have, since you've held your baby in one hand at 1 pound and some ounces? What did that do to that aspiration of being a dad? How did that change you?
I remember saying this out loud, that before I want to be anything great, a great musician, a great businessman, a great husband, I said this out loud, and I know it's not necessarily in order, but this is just what I said. I want to be a great father. It became the most fulfilling thing for me.
Yeah.
And it's hard to explain it in words, but emotionally, it gave me such a, it was, and now that they're all, Zoe's 18, so we just went to her graduated high school with honors. And I applaud her mother for that, because we did a long distance thing.
Yeah.
And I was present as much as I could. Thank God for technology, but to see them accomplish these different things just really adds so much value to all the things that I went through, all the things that I suffered through. And it just really, it's fulfilling. And, purpose, like it got to the point, man, where.
Yeah, I get that.
Here's another, I've never said this out loud moment, because I've had about 10 of them already.
It's good stuff, man.
I was at my daughter's graduation, Zoe, and inside of my head, inside of my heart, I said, I would be okay if today was my last day on this earth.
It was such a high level of fulfillment as a father in that moment.
Man, watching.
It's like, you know what, this is it.
Yeah, watching.
You don't get no better than this.
Watching my oldest daughter walk across high school stage, walk across college stage, and then master's stage. Watching my son just be a free spirit.
Yeah.
I tell him all the time, I wish I had what you have.
Yeah.
This sense of fearlessness. He would be in Chicago one minute, me in Houston another minute.
Yeah.
I was afraid to go anywhere past.
I had a conversation with my nephew who was also a father, and we was talking about his children, and one of them, he was like, my oldest, he just want to walk the earth. And I thought about that. I was just like, I don't know if I ever even had that as an option of just, I just want to be free and walk the earth.
No, we didn't
I
have
just
that
want to be
option.
free and walk the earth.
No, we didn't have that. But I see the beauty in all of them.
That's so good.
And I've learned to appreciate the journey of my kids becoming adults, and it doesn't always include them doing what I wanted them to do, right?
Yeah.
But it's just been, if I could say the word, is fulfilling.
So I'm loving the position that you're in right now. And I want this podcast to be something, even used as a model of how men handle each other as men.
Yeah.
Right. So how are you today, man? I mean, we've talked about some very traumatic moments in your life as a man, as a child, as a man, as a father, as a husband. It hasn't always been pretty.
No.
I mean, you lost your father at 8 years old. You got married. That marriage dissolved. You had a baby that premature, had to deal with those things. You got remarried. That's a lot happening.
Loaded. Yeah.
In your life.
Yeah.
How are you today, and how did you get there?
I can say truly, honestly, that I am probably on this day in 2025, I am probably the most centered that I've ever been. I'm the most, and when I say focused, I'm not deterred by a lot of what's happening.
Okay. How did you get there? How did you get to a place of, we talked about fulfillment and I'm centered. What does that getting there? What does that journey look like a little bit? What did you need to do?
It includes the traumatic experience. It includes the pain. It includes the disappointments. Even now, like I'm 48 years old and I'm still experiencing
right
things. What it has done for me is allowed me to understand, number one, that God's design for me, and His purpose for me, His plan in for my life, it included all those things.
Yeah. And I love the scripture that says, I believe it's Romans, that all things work together.
Yeah, Romans 8:28 is my favorite scripture.
But I'm quick to remind people that not all things are good.
Not all things are good.
However, they will work together for your good.
Yep. And only a God can take losing my dad.
Yeah.
All the way up until now. He can take all of that. I love how Kirk Franklin said it, and put it in a pot.
Yeah.
Stir it up and serve it. And it tastes like good gumbo.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, best thing ever.
Only He can do that. And so I know that He has plans for me and His thoughts of me are good.
Come on.
And I'm certain that because of Him, me learning how to trust Him, trust this path, that no matter what comes, no matter what goes, highs and lows, people come in your life, people exit your life, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
That I am going to end up the way He made me.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. And and because, the Romans 8:28 scripture is my favorite scripture because over the years, you hear it preached all.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I'm certain about is that all things don't work together for all people.
Right.
That scripture is particularly talking about people who love Him and are called.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so because I love Him,
it's relational,
and I'm called, I know that and it's been proven.
Yeah.
Like me and Zoe are not supposed to be as close as we are.
Yeah.
If the bitterness had its way, she would hate me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was committed to being a dad to her. I was committed to being a dad to Bria and Donovan, and it was the most fulfilling thing, and I'm in a really good space.
Yeah. I want to take a minute too, just to talk about you, man.
Yeah.
I've been knowing you for a number of years.
Yeah.
And the level of vulnerability that you show, and I appreciate you just allowing me to be your brother.
Yeah.
And to be a real brother. I mean, there's nothing we don't talk about.
Right.
Can't
Absolutely.
talk about,
yeah.
On any level.
Right.
But in your profession, one of the things that I admire about you, Dale is a barber by profession, been doing it for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
He has men and women, mostly men though.
Mostly men.
And in some vulnerable places. Because as a man, and it's something you shared with me, and I wanted to make sure the listeners are hearing that, we allow barbers in some very protective places. I can't think of many circumstances that we will allow ourselves to be in where we have another man touching our face, moving our head
over
around,
us,
massaging our head, standing over us, standing close to us.
Yep.
And you recognize that as a place of vulnerability and as a credit to you. You're not a gatekeeper with your journey. Yeah. You're not a gatekeeper with your life lessons. And many of your clients call you the barber therapist.
Yeah. Yeah. I literally get called that because I understood very early on that there's a part of my job and my career vocation as a barber that includes me making people look better,
Yeah.
look good. But I learned very early on that outside of the bedroom with a woman,
Yeah.
a man sitting down in a chair is the most vulnerable a man will ever be.
Man, that's and until you said that out loud to me,
Yeah.
it was never even a perspective I considered.
Yeah.
And I've since repeated that
Yeah.
to others to add some perspective as it relates to we have the ability to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
We have the ability to share. We have that ability to allow another man close enough and it not be and it represent strength.
Yes.
It represent brotherhood.
Yes.
And it represent positional authority and all the things that fathers and dads we have to be to our children and our wives. We can have that with another brother,
Yeah.
and it'd be a good thing for us because now we're connecting to someone like us.
Yeah.
So I'm absolutely clear that your story, my story, it's the story of many people
Yeah.
listening to this podcast right now. What would you tell those listeners as relates to connecting to your story? What nuggets can you share with them, or what were some of the things that you discovered that help you be who you are today based on where you've been?
The greatest revelation for me that I can really share is that you have two decisions that you can make. You can make a bitter decision or a better decision. Oftentimes, the bitter decision is the one that feels good in the moment. It's revengeful. It is captivating from a standpoint of feeling like the person deserves what you are deciding to do. The better position or the better decision is always the best because it goes in spite of you.
Yeah.
And it's always considering other people. The moment you become self-absorbed
Yeah.
in your position and your decision making, that you do not consider other people, you become a damage to not just yourself, but the people that you are beyond who you are trying to be revengeful towards. To any man who has a mother or the mother of your children who makes it difficult for you to see your children, who makes it difficult for you to even be around your children, what I would say to you is consistency is such a great tool. It doesn't have to always look like you want it to look. Remember that children will never, ever, ever have, or they won't stay children forever. And I don't care how minimal the time is. I don't care how often you don't see them. When you see them, turn up, have fun, enjoy it every time. And I've seen it. I've seen in my profession as a musician and as a barber, so many people discount, well, I only get a chance to see them once a month. Well, make that once a month the bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I miss Zoe's first steps.
Yeah.
I miss some of her first words.
Yeah.
But I didn't let that keep me from being present as often as I could be. And so never, ever stop being present. Stay consistent, no matter how much time you have or don't have. Never let somebody else dictate to you totally how you should be.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Man, be present. We're going to wrap this up. Daryl Tucker, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
This meant a lot. We're doing something that we've talked about over the many conversations. And this podcast is yet another manifestation of being who God called us to be, so that we can help change this world, man. And we know that we're connecting with fathers just like us.
Yeah.
My story is your story. His story is your story. And you have your own story. Don't be afraid of it. Stand on it. Allow that story to make you the man that God has called you to be. And we want you to know that you can do this.
Yeah.
You can be the dad you want to be, whether you've seen it or not. Trust that you are exactly who God called you to be. I'm Tim Charles. This is the Hey Dad Podcast. Thank you for listening. We did it. Let's go. Peace.